Hello.
Hello, fellow kids.
Hello.
High School Musical.
Would you say you're high in this high school? No, you're
High School Musical. The
I was
musical,
trying to make
the show, the series, the podcast.
I was trying to make a high joke about High School Musical, but I couldn't think of a good one. So here we are.
So I've decided to fail.
Yeah,
Just threw
I
it.
just decided to stop in the
fine.
middle,
Yeah,
like
the
Bridget does
concept
all
is
the
over.
time.
That's what's so good about doing it live,
Yeah.
you know, and we don't edit anything. So you just get the raw process of a joke sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know
failing.
if that is
You
that
get the
good,
failed
but
ones.
here we are.
I like it. We should say who we are.
Yeah, we're Crosscut Cinema. First
podcast.
off, yeah, we review movies.
We spoil them too.
A lot.
Yeah,
At the same time, while we're reviewing them, we're also spoiling them.
yeah. So I mean, I feel like most of our listeners already know what these are about. So.
Yes. Oh, did we say our names?
If you haven't seen it by now, you don't care if you get it spoiled. I'm Franny.
I'm Bridget.
I'm
Logan.
Madison. And I'm
Logan,
not gonna
something.
stop till I get my shot.
Oh my
That's
god.
who I am. That is
Is
my
that
plan.
who you are?
I don't think they actually
Will I
heard us
end
say our
up on
names because we
top?
both said it at the same time. So you go ahead.
You can bet on it. Bet on it.
I'm Logan.
Madison, you didn't get it.
I got it. It just
I
wasn't
just
good.
I wanted to do the joke.
Yeah, I like funny jokes. So whenever we're telling jokes, I want them to be funny. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know if that one was or not, but we did try it.
Definitely not. All right. Anyway, fellow kids, we watched the youths dance around about and sing, and we have thoughts about them.
Wait, were they youths? I don't think any of these actors
I
are
don't
youths.
All
in
right,
any
you know
of
what?
these
Talk your
movies.
shit, but they were younger than we are now when they shot this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
like
They may have not been youthful
like
youths,
Vanessa
but they were
Hudgens
youths
was
nonetheless.
younger than us when she was getting her nudes photos leaked.
That's
between High School
insane.
Musical 1 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah, like
And
don't-
having to
Yeah.
apologize for it.
yeah,
Which is insane.
Like she had to say she was sorry.
yeah.
That's
Sorry,
fucked
I
up.
have tits.
yeah.
And she was like, I wasn't thinking when I sent those photos.
yeah,
and
sorry,
I
I'm
deeply
in
regret
my
it.
like. Sorry, I'm an adult and sent photos of myself to another adult. Like, that's
Right.
insane.
You know, it seems like everybody but Zac Efron tried to do a music career after this series. I just want to say this up top. I feel like he's the only one who should have.
Right.
He was
I
smart
agree.
about it though. I think that he realized that acting as like a hunky boy was better.
I don't think he's right because look at what's happened to his career.
Look at what's happened to
Yeah.
his poor face.
What happened to his
No,
face?
that's what I was thinking. Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, Zefron. I don't want to body shame him or anything.
But, like-
that's not his natural body.
I know that's
It's not
why I
even
don't want to
close.
do it. It's mean.
He did it
is.
to himself.
Like,
He'll never hear this.
I met him. He's a
Yeah.
douche. I'm sorry.
Look, you
fair
did
enough.
meet him.
He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
He sucks. I hate
Have
him.
we told that story? On
We
the
don't like
podcast
him on this
before?
podcast, Madison, because he disrespected your boy.
Yeah, it's official. We
Isn't
do
that
not,
enough? Isn't that
yeah,
enough to not
true.
like him?
We do not stand.
Like I used to go
Also,
to
like-
the gym and listen to your song, dude, and you acted disrespectfully to me.
I've listened to a podcast about Vanessa Hudgens and Zac Efron about they're charting their relationship, just one episode of a longer podcast, but it was just interesting, the quotes that he would say about her, when asked about their relationship, he would say shit like, "It's serving me at the moment." What a fucking douchebag thing to say. What a
That's
fucking
disgusting. What an wow. We don't stand.
As if she isn't thinking the same thing, but okay.
asshole.
No, I'm sure it was just
I'm sure they both it was fake, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not
It
real.
was pretty
I
real. They
know.
met on set and shit.
Yeah,
no,
but,
that's a thing that their agents told them to
Yeah.
oh, you guys should date off the
Exactly.
show.
That's-
So
No, they had chemistry before they even were cast in the film.
No,
Yes.
no, people say that, but it's not true.
I think it's true.
No, it's really not
You
true.
Some
Some of
believe
them
in
are
love?
real.
You really think the Disney Channel relationships are real? For real? For real?
I think sometimes.
No, dude. And if they are, they're not real enough to where that statement's disgusting.
I think that they can be both real and fake almost.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But you're saying what he said was fucked up. But I feel like it's just nothing. I feel like it's an exact realistic description of the relationship.
I guess.
It's very real.
Yeah, I mean,
Anything,
guess.
he's honest in that regard. And I don't even like him.
I guess. I lost the thread of it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're like, I just wanted to talk about the romance.
I just want to be straight up and say that I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Almost.
Gotcha.
well, we could officially start talking about High School Musical.
I have
Please.
notes. I have so
Just
many
High
notes.
School Musical. Okay.
I think I took notes too. I'm gonna see
I
if
also
I can find
took
those.
notes.
I think I did too.
I definitely
Not
took
that I
notes.
needed them. I know this movie like the back of my fucking
Same.
hand.
I've seen this movie so many times.
Yes.
All right. So, Kenny Ortega, who directed all these movies, right? I just want to say this up top too. He is the Ryan Murphy of Disney Channel.
Yes, I know.
He's so scary. He has so much power.
He's so skeevy.
He's so skeevy, and the way he just is like, I'm going to direct movies where children dance and sing.
He's always like got his arm draped around some like young female.
It's weird, bro.
star.
And the fact that he directs all of them, like he's the Camp Rock guy
Yeah,
and the
Camp
High
Rock.
School Musical guy, and he does all of them. Like it's just like,
what?
you know, when you give that much power to like a weirdo, you get like Dan Schneider types. I'm just
I was
saying.
about to say he's like Dan Schneider, dude. It's
But,
crazy.
I mean, he could also be a nice guy. I'm just saying it's very weird that his career is entirely having children dance. Just being honest.
I
Yeah.
watched these movies so much. I watched High School Musical, the first one, a lot. High School Musical 2, an insane amount. And the reason for that is I was obsessed with Sharpay.
Was it a lesbian
And
moment? Was it a child
Sharpay
lesbian
has
moment?
big lesbian energy.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. She wants to fuck that one dude the whole time.
Dude, I've literally seen like memes about how Sharpay has lesbian energy.
Sure, there's memes that exist. That doesn't make her a lesbian.
But she just does. Like,
I love
she's
that
just
a strong, confident woman in a film has to instantly be a lesbian.
No, not even that. It's just that like high femme energy. Like you'd have to be.
That's
lesbian
called
to get it.
femininity. Like it has nothing to do with sexuality. Men can be that high level of feminine, and it doesn't even make them gay. It's a whole different thing.
I know, but like you just wouldn't get it. You'd have
It's your
to
own
know.
theory.
What do you mean I wouldn't get it? I literally watched all these movies
Like
just
not
like
being
you.
a lesbian, you wouldn't know.
Okay, not being a straight person, you wouldn't fucking know
What, that she's straight?
that she could be straight.
I don't know. She just has lesbian vibes, dude.
I just feel like that's a stretch. I just don't see
Bridget, what do
lesbian
you
vibes.
think?
I mean,
Is it the fact that she's never with a woman or likes women the entire time? The whole series? Is
Bridget,
that
what
what
do you-
drives
Are
you
you
to being
saying
a-
it's like a gay jealousy with Gabriella?
Bridget, what do you think? I want to know what Bridget thinks.
I think that probably my viewing her as I do kind of see her as a lesbian, but also I think it's because I am a lesbian and I like to project
That I could
my
understand.
lesbianinity onto characters
My
because I like
lesbianity.
because
I love a
like
lesbianity. That's
I
good.
like to pretend that that's my representation.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I just don't like what Madison's saying is that she has lesbian energy. I don't think that's true.
She just does. Like
I think
plenty
you
of
can
lesbians
relate to
think
her
this.
as a lesbian. I think you can be like, I get this character.
Plenty of lesbians think this. Can we move on?
So do okay, that doesn't mean anything though. I'm just trying. Okay, if we just go out there and say everything's gay, when we have a revelation of like something that's truly super gay that people aren't talking about, nobody listens to it. So let's have distinctions. You know what I mean? Like real discoveries. There is no definitive evidence that shows Sharpay is being gay at all,
But sometimes
other
you
than
just-
lesbian Twitter.
Sometimes you just have energies.
No, it just doesn't. Okay, whatever. It's fine.
Madison's face.
It's cool. Everything's gay,
We
guys.
have to move on.
So the first time I ever saw High School Musical was at a friend's house,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh my God, you've never seen it? Like, we should come and watch it." And I was like, "Okay, I guess." I was like, "Okay." So I came to her house, and it was a shit show, but we finally get up to her bedroom.
I have to interrupt you. There's a legitimately super gay character in this movie too. Like Ryan's gay.
And Kelsey.
And Kelsey. Kelsey
Yeah.
also gives me gay. Although
Yeah.
Kelsey could just be like a weird introvert who doesn't know how to exist. But generally that leads,
To gay.
yeah. But not always. But like Ryan's gay. Like Ryan is gay.
I know.
That's like a definitive thing
Oh,
that
I can't wait
that
to
like is
talk
shown
about-
on screen.
Yes. I
The
know
Sharpay
this.
thing isn't. So anyway.
So anyway, we get up to her room upstairs, and there was just this, like, you know when they used to combine TVs and like DVD players, and that was
Yeah.
that big bulky thing. It was just one of those sitting on the floor in front of these mattresses that were also just on the floor, and with blank.
It's like a crack house.
Yeah, I was like, did you watch High School Musical in a crack den?
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh my God, my phone just fell on the floor. I'm so sorry.
But so she started it, and she pulls out this blue, like this.
This crack rock. This crack, and she
asks
goes,
me if I want to smoke it.
yeah,
I
she
don't want to
goes,
be rude.
she goes, 3 rules in my house. You do crack. We love Zac Efron and cut for beaver. And then she gave you the crack and you smoked it. Is that what the story is?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually.
Miss your opportunity to run crack with Zach.
Trust me, I knew the opportunity. I decided against it.
Crack is whack.
Crack with Zach.
So we started to watch this movie, and she was like, But instead of like actually letting me watch the movie, she just starts fast forwarding. She's like, yeah, this part's boring. They just sing. And I was like, oh, okay. And like, this was something we had talked about doing during school and shit. And so I was excited. I thought I was going to watch the entirety of High School Musical. But she like fast forwarded. She was like, yeah.
Why didn't you vocalize that you wanted to watch that part? Why weren't you like, hey, I'd like to see the musical, please? I didn't just come for the high school. I came for the musical as well.
Well, she like was fast forwarding through the entirety of the thing. Like she stopped for like 2 musical numbers, and I think it was Bop to the Top
Good
and
pick.
something else. And then she was like, she finished. We got to the end of the movie, and I'm like, she was also narrating as we were fast forward. And so finally, she was like, okay, that was fun. Let's go play. And we just went back to wandering around our neighborhood. And I never got to see it for like a year. After that, it took me so long to actually watch the movie. It was so much better the second time.
Jesus.
Tragic. Had to wait a whole year to watch
That's insane.
Zac Efron not sing the music in this film.
No, it's weird.
Oh,
when you
I
think
looked it
about
up.
that.
There's legitimately contrary evidence. So it's uncertain whether they had simply thought his voice was too low, because that is true. His voice wasn't too low of a register for the written music. But there's also this thing that says that like they recorded the whole soundtrack thinking that Drew Seeley was going to be Troy Bolton. So there is Disney is being not so honest about that stuff, but Zac Efron said he had heard that the part was given to him last second. So I don't know. I think that backs up the whole they were planning on using this one guy thing until Kenny Ortega's like, that guy's hot. Let's get him.
So gross.
Ew.
I went to like one of those after school care programs, like right after school. And High School Musical was a big part of that for me and my nerdy little friends that nobody talked to. We would just reenact High School Musical every day.
That's so funny. Who were
That's
you?
amazing.
Oh, I was a fat kid, so I was always the guy characters.
Oh. Yeah. That's rough, buddy. I feel you.
Yeah. Or I'd be like the one fat girl that like dances in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We officially got into something I want to speak about.
That only wears Bermuda shorts, and I had all those.
First of all, before we even like get into spoilers about it, I think this is the best of the 3, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah.
Hard disagree.
Because it's the only one that's actually choreographed. It's the only one that's actually really like a musical, in the sense that the songs are directly related within like the choreography of the movements of the characters, meaning one person's walking down the hall and then lead into a song. Whereas High School Musical's like, we're all hanging out in hard music video. Like all the rest of them are like not musicals really.
That is a really good point.
And everything's choreographed. The way people like run up to each other in the hallway, the way they're scheming by like going to like certain classrooms.
Yeah, that's true.
That's an actual play. Like it feels like a musical. Like the movie feels like it's achieving what it's trying to accomplish. Problems with the movie. Zac Efron looks like he's lip syncing, and it's really fucked up when you
it's
look at it for
weird.
too long.
Yeah,
it really
it's-
like it's not him. And I feel like even if you watch the movie without knowing the whole like dub thing, you'd know that wasn't him because it doesn't sound anything like his voice.
Right.
Right.
It kind of sounds like he's like going into like almost like an R&B style voice from being like a little skater punk. He's like, ooh yeah, like he goes into like
a
this
little bit.
like he goes into this weird like really soulful voice, and it's like that's not Zac Efron at all.
Right. Like, you know it's
No.
not him.
It's not him. And that really brings down the whole thing. Also, I used to work at a legitimate like I used to be the president of a drama club, and I'd like run like the musicals and stuff
Richard
like that.
was also like a student director.
Yeah,
I was.
Musicals and shit.
Same. So one thing you'd know right off the bat, this is like a dead certain thing, is that Troy and Gabriella would not get the fucking parts.
No.
Because they are
Right.
not as good as the other two. Like, not even fucking close. They're not even like half as good as the other two were.
Correct.
They literally pulled full numbers together. They did like fucking snapping in like in like rotation. Like
They had that
Right.
ladder
They
that
do
was
the-
bedazzled.
even like the
That thing was not fucking OSHA compliant, but they did it anyway.
Even the first song where they're just behind the curtain and it's like the remix of like the other song or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
That is literally takes so much more talent than just being a good singer and
Right.
belting lines on stage. And it's super fucked up that like like the way they treat these two
Right.
is horrendous.
Right.
Like,
Absolutely.
it's like just because they're rich, like the movie thinks that they can't be bullied by these other children, but like they're absolutely mean to them.
Yeah, like really
Yeah.
mean. Like
Because like
there's whole crowds of people that part ways when the girl when Sharpay walks down the hallway. I mean, literally
right,
whole
like,
crowds of people.
she's like a meme to them.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like there's like I don't know how to describe it.
And like
There's,
they do
like,
her
a
dirty,
much-
bro. We're gonna talk about it with the other movies, but they do this bitch dirty.
Yeah, there's like a much more like Broadway feel to the way they do their numbers too, and like there's so much more heart to it. Like this is like her big thing,
Yeah.
and then they audition for the drama club for the fucking memes and for the lulz.
Right.
And like, oh, I like this girl. We have this like romance now.
Yeah, like literally he's doing it to get fucked.
Correct.
Like that's
and
what
like
this
she
is.
pours her heart and soul into it. It's just a shame. Makes me want to cry.
Yeah.
Poor Sharpay, actually.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. This is the Team Sharpay podcast.
I know that she's supposed to be the villain, but honestly, I think that she's like the underdog here.
She's like
is.
she's like a meme to them. I think that's what it is. Like she's like how we all made fun of Paris Hilton when she was struggling with like a drug addiction. You know?
Yeah.
I think that she's definitely like supposed to be like akin to Paris Hilton.
Yeah, and so it's like we're actually making fun of her. We don't actually like her. When we're asking her to sign our autograph, it's because she represents a form of celebrity we want to mock. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
That's
it's
my
definitely
feminist
fucked
essay
up,
on
but, like,
Sharpay.
as a child,
and
I
celebrity.
fucking I hated her. Like,
Oh, I
thought
was
she
obsessed with her.
No, I totally bought her as the villain as a kid.
I thought
Yeah,
Ashley Tisdale was
same.
so
Just a
hot in her
shame.
little when she wore a dress over a pair of jeans.
Oh yeah, that was a look.
Yeah.
That was insane. Why did we do that? I remember doing that shit.
She looks so much older than the other children.
Oh yeah.
That's the other thing
did,
too, is it feels
yeah.
like she's kind of like one of their moms. Like she looks like Zac Efron's mom in this,
A little bit.
and it's just a little
Yeah.
intense.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. They were robbed, dude.
Definitely. Like that was fucked up, and like the fact that everybody's rooting against them all the time is like also fucked up. Like that's crazy
Yeah.
to me. Now granted they do fucked up shit, but like everyone in this movie does something fucked up. The thing that the jocks do when they're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have you talk shit about your girlfriend and then show her, like, what a bunch of little pussies.
Yeah,
Right.
what dude would be like, oh man, my homie's getting fucked by a girl. I hate that.
It's the same gay
Right.
energy as Top
don't
Gun.
you all like lift each other up and shit when you guys
I mean, it depends. I think in any group it depends. Like I know that you guys have probably had toxic people in your life. Like don't have fun or know people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's definitely some of that, but for an entire basketball team to be like, bruh, you're
come play
fucking
ball with the boys.
yeah, and very
instead.
Top Gun.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. Oh my
I
god.
said that, and nobody heard.
Oh my
And
God,
then we
you
got
guys-
I heard
chicken.
you.
We got
I
chicken
just
cordon
didn't say anything,
blue.
I
sorry.
have to say one thing.
Oh my god, these kids are riding weird scooters outside.
This chicken cordon blue guy who also looks 45 years old. He's in the movie, and it's like, what is his character? Angry basketball boy.
Yeah, like
yes.
why is he so protective
why does
over
he-
Troy?
And in the end
Oh
of
my
this movie,
God.
he falls in love
Oh my
with this.
god.
I know, I saw it.
I'm so
There's
sorry.
children
riding
just
away.
riding strange scooters outside. They're like
These children
carts.
just walked up a hill and then like
Broke
let
carts.
go, I guess. I'm sorry.
I
It
didn't,
just
I
threw me
didn't
off.
see it.
time.
I didn't see what you guys are talking
Have you
about.
guys seen the Maverick
It was
trailer?
insane.
Have you seen the Top Gun Maverick trailer?
Oh god, yeah, I've seen it.
It looks so heterosexual.
It's like aggressively.
Yeah,
And
but
this
They're really
movie-
trying to get away
This
from the
movie is
gayness.
going to disappoint me.
yeah, I think no matter what, it'll disappoint you because
never be
it's not
Top
going to be as even if it is kind of gay, it won't be as gay as you want it to be.
Yeah.
You want it to be like gay, which is not ever.
I want
gonna
it to be like Top Gun is.
yeah. No, you want it to be more than Top Gun is. You're like, it's time.
Well, I think that's fair. Like, why make a sequel if you're not going to do more?
That's what I'm saying, but they're not going to.
Right. It's going to be so straight.
Yeah,
It's
so no
gonna
matter
be
what, it's
disgusting.
gonna.
But when
be
me
bad
and
for you.
Bridget were at the movies, it came on, and I was like, oh my god, Bridget, it's Maverick.
Oh, but anyway, let's get back to the racism
Sorry.
in the movie. The racism, the blunt
Oh, yeah.
racism. Okay, so the black jock guy, for no reason, and he has no personality, falls in love with the black nerd girl because they are both the black people in the movie.
Correct.
And
They're
that's
both
the
the
only
token
reason
black friend
that
of
they are
each main
together.
character.
What the
And
fuck?
then the dude who bakes, he's just like a meme too.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily racism as much
No,
as
it's
just a
a-
ridiculous character.
It's like he's baking because he's a
No.
stoner. Right?
No, it's not.
Oh no, I'm
That's
thinking
not
of the
that at
wrong
all.
one. I'm thinking of the other kid.
You're thinking of the kid who plays the cello.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that would have been better if they made him the baker.
That would be really funny.
I feel like that
That's
would
my
almost be a little
reread.
obvious.
That's
Yeah, what they
that's
tried
my
to-
only thing I changed.
And
in High
the
School
thing
Musical.
that upsets me is that the whole status quo song, this is what I was originally getting at. the status quo song, right? And it's trying to turn conventions. And what does it do to represent turn conventions? This fat chick can dance. This stoner, he understands music and he has a classical mind. This black guy,
This jock.
he can bake. He's not a fucking moron. Wow. Like, that's literally there's other things that represent the status quo. Like, all right, a lesbian playing football is like a genuine, like, that is a genuine status quo reversal, right?
Right.
Where a lipstick lesbian grabbing a football isn't an insult to anybody and is a genuine status quo reversal.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this person is not only not into male aggressive culture at all, but also isn't into physical activity. That makes sense. But a fat person who's able to dance is not an abnormality. It can fucking happen.
Right.
A black
Right.
dude can bake, and a dude who skateboards can also learn the cello. Tony Hawk is an incredibly smart and thoughtful person. like this is so stupid.
This whole song is stupid.
It's really stupid.
We've been talking a lot about like songs that are always in your head, and this one pops into my head multiple times a week.
The status quo one.
Yes,
I
don't know
could
why,
not
but
even
it's
tell
always
you
in my
right now
mind.
how it goes. I have no idea.
I could
like-
sing I could sing a lot of it, but we shouldn't for
Yes,
copyright.
correct.
But
The one.
And also for your people's ears.
oh,
I'm just kidding.
Get your head in the game is
Me
good.
that
I
about
like
myself.
it. The one that's
mostly.
always in my head is the Sharpay and Ryan version of What I've Been Looking For. The one where they're like do 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 do.
I like that one. Yeah,
That one's always in my head. I think about it a lot.
But like musically, as far as like a musical goes, like an actual interaction that's like, this is only happening for the audience. This isn't a real performance. It's happening in his mind. Get Your Head in the Game is kind of good. There's good things about that song. Is it a little corny? Definitely.
Absolutely.
But like, as far as like in comparison to like the status quo song or that song at the end that everybody's obsessed with, the Breaking Free, that song, bad. It's bad. It's bad tonally. It's weird.
I don't like
And
it
it's
at
not
all.
really necessarily a musical moment. They're performing on a stage and everyone knows they're doing it.
oh my
Right.
god,
Right.
my
Which isn't like a rule of musicals, but like this musical seems to be the only one that wasn't like that.
I don't know. High School Musical 2 has some elements.
Man, High School Musical 2 is literally, we'll get into it. I have so many fucking negative things to say
I
about
love
that movie.
High School Musical
I'm going
2.
to trash it, bro.
That's fine.
oh my
It's not
god,
like I'm attached.
I think this one's I think this one could have been good. I'd go see like they're doing this at LaPorte Little Theater Club right now for the summer. I'd go see that. If they said it was one of the other ones they were doing, I wouldn't go see it. Like this actually has like, I don't know if it's good, but it has elements of like could be good.
Mm-hmm.
They're all pretty bad, TBH, but you know.
my graduating class chose "We're All in This Together" as our class song.
That's hilarious. I didn't even know a class song was a thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, we
Right?
didn't have that either.
Mine was that fucking one.
Probably-
Don't blink. You know that
God.
song?
Yeah,
Made me
of
so
course.
mad.
Oh, I hate that
Every
song.
other year-
I don't know if
At
we're
our
getting
school,
copyright
like,
stricken for that.
it was
but-
always like country songs got picked, but my class was like, "We're all in this together."
yeah.
Also rewatching this movie like unlocked a childhood memory of I used to do like non-competitive like Christian like church cheerleading.
What?
Like
What? Non-competitive
Right. What?
church
So what do you
cheerleading.
just do it in the church?
so like it was called Upward.
Jesus
I
is
don't-
lit.
I think Upward is just like a Midwest thing or maybe just like a
I've never fucking heard of
Tri-County
that.
area thing.
We miss you,
But,
Upwork. We miss you.
Oh god,
We
yeah.
miss you.
But it was like
Word.
the church had like a basketball team and like they'd play
Oh.
against each other, but like they wouldn't keep score. And like Upward had like a little league, like it was like one of those like league things for the
sounds
local
so
kids.
This is
fucking-
infinite
And-
dodgeball all
It is
over again.
infinite dodgeball, but
This is sardines all over
That
again.
is so idiotic.
but I cheered for it, even though I was a basketball player as a child and wanted to play the basketball. My parents thought it best I be a cheerleader, I
That's
guess.
so fucking
And
Right.
we did the halftime show for All in This Together, but we were like not actual cheerleaders, like misfit cheerleaders. So like we couldn't do like lifts and stuff. We'd do like knee builds. So a bitch would like stand on my knee.
That's terrible.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Somebody came into my work with an Upward like shirt the other day, and that just combined with this, I remembered it all.
That is
Oh,
so
damn.
stupid. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
Right.
Like,
Also-
what's the point of non-competitive?
Are the cheers
sports?
about the basketball or about the Lord? Are they both?
I think they were very unoffensive.
Jesus Christ is good at basketball. Like, what do you cheer?
I don't know.
Yay, first scoring. There are no points.
Yeah.
And life is empty, just like this game.
Some parents would like
See
keep
that
score,
point?
and like the upward people would get like pissed about them keeping score.
It'll be like, see that point up on the non-existent board. See that point and praise the Lord.
But we cheer for both teams because
That's
we're
so
just one.
funny.
Yeah, opposite team that was not playing, that was not cheering for before. Do the dunking, even though we don't keep score.
Yeah, you'd be like, yay, defense.
Yay, offense. Yay, everyone.
We didn't wear skirts.
So
either.
you just
We
were
wore,
obnoxious
like,
little
basketball
children.
Shorts.
Obnoxious little children just
Wow.
yelling on the sidelines. I'd be like,
Yes.
shut up and let me watch the not game.
Not game.
That's so fucking stupid.
Shut up and let me watch dribbling.
The fucking Harlem Globetrotters up in the bitch. Because it means nothing.
It literally meant nothing. It felt like such a waste of time always. And we practiced cheerleading in like a little like church room.
Oh my god.
That's so stupid.
But
That
just like the
makes me wanna
chairs
die.
pushed to the side.
They're like, these little girls are bored and we won't let them do drugs, so
Or play sports.
or play sports, so we'll just have them jump around, I guess. I don't know. Don't give them
That's the dumbest-
candy.
That sounds like a cult.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
Also, I just want to note that, like, for the past, like, 5 minutes, they're gone now, but there was this little boy that was standing out there that was absolutely soaked. He was soaking wet.
They don't understand that you're looking out a window, so she's looking out a window seeing this.
Yeah.
She's not
Just
hallucinating.
standing out
Right.
there is anywhere. It's
Sorry, I'm right across from a window. And this child was standing out on the street with one rain boot that lit up on and no other shoe on the other foot.
We love the Midwest.
And then just like soaked. His outfit was entirely soaked with what I presume is rainwater because it's been raining.
God.
Good for him.
Do you think his name is Kyle?
It's summertime,
Definitely.
guys.
Oh, and then he was
It's
throwing
summertime in
rocks for
Ohio.
a little bit. And
I
then
love seeing a kid throw a rock. It feels right.
and then
Like the only thing that could be better is like a kid like with a little hoop and a stick.
All right.
His kid's name's like
kids
Kyle
do.
or Destin or something that
yes.
like a Midwest mother would name a child.
I think this
Destin's
is
such a
proving
bad
that
one.
we're ready to rate this movie.
I'm sorry. I was
Oh wait,
very
is there anything
distracted.
that people didn't talk about they want to talk about?
I don't know. I just love the iconic Gabriella breakup ballad
Oh
moment.
my god.
in
It
every
happens
movie.
in every one, and I just I want to
Yeah.
like.
Why do these motherfuckers break up in every movie?
I know, and then
Every
why are they
movie.
still together
Her outfit
after the end?
The
of every
wardrobe in
movie?
this movie is iconic.
Yeah.
Always. Well, I have
During-
notes, and I don't think I said any
Sharpay's
of them.
existence is iconic in this movie.
Oh yeah.
During that breakup ballad, her dance moves are so intense. Like she's like doing some weird dramatic ass shit down the stairs. It's
And there's a giant poster of his body.
right.
Yeah,
I'm
bizarre.
like, what the fuck is happening?
Like these musicals really do have like the same songs
Yeah.
in every one, because like Troy has a like basketball or music song, and then Gabriella has the breakup song, and then Troy and Gabriella have the musical song, and then Sharpay and Ryan have the better version.
And Sharpay has a ballad.
yeah,
too.
and Sharpay has her own little thing.
Yeah.
And then they have everyone at the whole school do one.
Sharpay doesn't really have her own song in this. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What's Sharpay's song in
Oh,
this?
she doesn't.
I mean, I guess she has the beginning of Status Quo.
I mean, not really though, because like it's like a multi-person song.
Yeah, that's true. I guess
I don't
that's
even
what
think
she
she's the
doesn't
last
really-
person to sing in that particular song. Like she's not even the last note either.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not the first one, but definitely. The
And there's
next
no
two.
sports song in the second movie, but there is an individual song. But then in the third movie,
Bet on it.
there's that's not a sports song.
I
No,
guess
Because
they
there's
have-
golf.
No, but they have the work song when they're working.
And they have the.
That's not a sports song. Also,
but
that
they have a
sports
sports
song,
We'll
but
get-
it's
if we're
not-
gonna
it's
talk
not
about
Troy.
that, we're gonna talk. I have a lot to say about that song.
Yes,
a
exactly.
lot to say about that song. So let's just like get through this one, and we'll go on to the second one.
All right.
Honestly, the reason why this one doesn't have much to say is because it's really not problematic or special.
It's just
really
an
just.
average like decom, honestly, and for
Yeah.
some reason we were all obsessed with it.
I think it's just because hot people were in it. Like I think that's really it. I think everybody had to.
I think
Every horny child had like a person to attach to with the movie. Maybe a few.
and I think every
was
generation
enough.
has those like
Yeah.
Disney celebrities that they kind of follow them.
Honestly,
Yeah.
guys, it's like if Grease had less merit. That's the movie.
Yeah.
Just real.
It does
Yeah.
feel like.
It's
Grease.
about opposing groups. It's
No,
about
yeah, this
people
movie
coming
is
together.
Basically, Grease.
And like
Yeah.
that's cool. And I feel like it's kind of become this generation's Grease a little bit and like backwards
Absolutely, yeah.
referencing. But it isn't as good. And I don't mean that because like I think it's lame to like High School Musical. I just think this movie is just okay. Like really skates by on the fact that it's a decom. Like, if this was a theatrical release, people would never talk about this movie.
No, but yeah, it was just an iconic childhood moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and rate it. I give it a 6 out of 10.
10 out of 10. None of these movies can. I mean, we haven't talked about 3 yet.
Like 7 out of 10. I think that for.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I'm not sure why that's surprising.
No, the surprising one was the 10 out of 10. I thought that was really
This movie was such a big part of my childhood. Like, these movies, I wouldn't have had friends if these movies didn't exist.
Aww.
It was something for us to talk about.
Houseu, High School Musical.
But
Yes.
it's different though because
The same for you?
Because it's
The
like
same for me. This is
it's
everything.
not about the
to
movies
me.
being equally as good. Like to me, my rating has always been like
But it doesn't
it's
even.
how well they accomplish what they're trying to achieve.
But that's my point. Is she just openly admitted with the rest of us that it didn't accomplish it that effectively?
My rating is solely based on my opinion.
Nostalgia. Okay, I'll accept that. But it's not really a 10.
It's a 10 for me. This
I mean-
is
for
everything.
her.
I mean, okay. Then
It's all subjective.
I guess it is subjective, but it's just weird that she says something like it's not that good and then turns around and calls it a 10.
I never said it wasn't that
Doesn't have
good.
to
This
be
movie's
logical.
great.
You kind of did though, but that's
When?
cool. I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I just think it's a ridiculous score. I'm allowed to have an opinion.
I had like
In
the
the same way you're allowed to
clothes.
call it a 10, I'm allowed to call you ridiculous for calling it a 10.
I think for me, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10 for like what it is. It's a decom, and I think it does a pretty good job of being one of those and like introducing us to the celebrities that we're gonna care about for the rest of our childhood. So yeah, I
Into
think it's
one
good.
of them.
What do you mean?
Into one of the celebrities you'll care about forever. Aren't the rest of them like completely nobodies
I'd
now
say-
other than Zac Efron?
And Vanessa Hutchins. I mean, we all kept up with her. Like,
Yeah,
But she doesn't
Vanessa
really
Hudgens.
What
do
is she
much now.
doing? Like nobody
nothing
knows.
now, but
We kept up with her
I think
because
she was
of
in
the.
something.
everything she did, I feel like I was aware of as a kid.
I just feel like if you're talking about the musical that like caught everybody, like Camp Rock really did have a lot of fucking people that turned out to
Yeah,
be super famous.
that's
so.
true. That's absolutely true.
So I'm like, I don't know if I agree with you. This is the one. I feel like Zac Efron barely skated out of this like alive. It was so big that they couldn't outlive it. They couldn't outgrow it.
Yeah.
It was huge. It was huge. I'm honestly shocked not more of them are like drug addicts. Like,
Yeah.
going from being so
I think Zac
insanely
Efron
famous.
definitely is on drugs.
Oh yeah. Well, he's admitted that he's like gone to rehab and stuff.
yeah.
But I mean more like the chicken cordon blues of it all. You know.
Yeah. What is Corbin Blue even doing anymore?
I don't know. We were talking about that the other night.
He was
Remember
in a
the
movie.
movie Jump In?
He was. Yeah, I would say he was in a movie about jump
oh
rope.
yeah,
Double
That
Dutch.
was fucking ridiculous.
God, that movie. I did that like jump rope thing to jump in for a talent show in elementary school.
That's so funny.
Anyway, Bridget, if you want to finish your rating, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I think that mine's a 7 out of 10 because it's a little higher than maybe I would have given it if I hadn't watched it as a kid and loved it. So that was all I was saying.
Yeah, that girl's house the one time it really
No,
cemented
when
it for
I
you.
watched it later, I really loved it. Not when I watched it there. It was insane to me.
Fair enough. Okay, so now we should talk about High School Musical 2, or are we
All right,
gonna pause?
we're
for a
gonna
second?
pause,
Okay,
and we're back.
Hi.
I had it again. High School Musical 2, baby.
All right.
Madison's
is-
favorite.
Yeah, this one is my favorite. I think that the music in this one is the best.
Disagree.
I think that like it's banger after banger.
They have 2 songs about capitalism in this movie.
I mean that's true, but
They
still.
do.
They do.
But it's good. Like I like the music in this one. I like this story arc. I guess. I think that Troy is in the right here, 100%.
Yeah, Troy is like getting
Yeah.
fucked the whole movie.
Yeah,
and
it's
so
not his
annoying.
fault. He
Yes.
didn't ask
And
for any of
all
it.
these kids are like, why don't you be irresponsible like us? You know, we're only working our jobs. Like, you guys are upset. Like, man, I can't believe it. He's going to have us do work.
yeah, and like he's
It's
getting
a job, you dumb fucking assholes.
getting all
Right.
these
And, like, yeah, and
opportunities
Troy
too.
has to like apologize to them, and I'm like, dude, he got you this job.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
He worked it out. They only wanted him, not the rest of you.
And then Gabriella literally like hates him because he does his job and gets like opportunities from it, and she gets all petty that he's not paying enough attention to her.
Yeah, and then,
Right.
like so do his bros, and like I get it.
So,
Like,
what
he's
about the
getting-
movie do you like then? I'm a little.
I just love the music of it.
I think
to
a
make
lot
fun
of the music's pretty bad. You know, there was a song cut from this movie, cut from the theatrical version that's on the streaming version called Huma Numa 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 Apua or whatever. And they actually
No,
cut
I thought that was in the theater.
It's not in the.
Well,
it's
did
not.
this movie come out in theaters?
No,
or?
it's not in the Disney Channel version of the film. It is not. It is in the streaming version and the DVD. That's why it's called the extended edition.
Maybe that's why I remember seeing it.
I remember
song
being told it was an exclusive DVD and went and got the DVD.
And the reason why is because it
it's
tested
racist?
really bad with audience because it seems a little racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kenny Ortega was so strong on it. He said, if you're not putting it in the film, I wanted the extended edition. And let me just clarify. It is.
Yeah.
It's racist.
It is racist.
It's really
Very
racist. And unfun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
And pointless.
But I mean, other than that
It's-
song, I think all the songs are bangers. I just
No.
like this one a lot. I just love it. This is the one I remember most fondly from my childhood.
They ripped off
I love Sharpay so much.
They ripped off that one Music in Me song by just like stealing its lyrics and reappropriating it. Like, you got the music in you. Like, they literally took
Yeah.
the beat, the tone and cadence, and they changed the words. That song was stolen. The baseball song was mad confusing and terrifying, although seemed to be. What do you mean why? Why
was it confusing? What's confusing about it?
Well, no, I don't mean in the literal sense. I mean in the sexuality sense.
Oh, yeah, correct.
yeah.
No, that was gay.
And like
gay.
that's really the only part of the movie where I'm like, okay, this is kind of fire. I like that scene. I think it's really funny.
I also like the baseball. That's my favorite, I think.
I like the fact that they're differentiating the characters of Ryan and Sharpay by being like, he's not as bad as she is.
Yeah.
But at the same
Yeah.
time, like, neither of them are fucking bad, really. Like she
and
is
yeah.
bad.
There is a sense that they're still like making fun of Ryan. Like their acceptance of him is conditional on his ability to perform for them.
Well,
I don't know. They don't quite accept him.
They kind of do though, because they're all like, okay, you choreograph our number and you do this, and they invite him out to baseball and they hang out with him and they like try to joke that maybe he's gonna fuck Gabriella. LOL, never would happen because he's so gay.
Right? That's so weird. That
was so weird.
That was like a weird cuck thing, and then Zach's like, I know. It's like, and I've had him. Okay, I had the fucking Brady.
And Ryan's
I
like,
had him. No. Like, he was like so distraught.
and Ryan's
Is that
like,
not what he
"Sir,
sounded
I am
like?
Gay.
That
Yeah, well, I've
scene,
had him. Okay, I know.
that scene feels really
Alright.
sexual for no reason.
No, it's like
too.
a cuck. It's like they're
Yeah.
cucking him.
And Ryan's just like, "Sir, I'm gay."
Ryan's just like, oh, you got some things to work out, buddy.
Do you guys remember that movie with the kid who played Ryan called Food Boy?
No.
Are you
It
talking
was-
about? His name is Lucas Graybeal, by the way.
Yes. It was I don't even remember exactly, but like he had like some sort of superpower like related to food. I watched it with my dad once. It was terrible.
He was also on that show Switched at Birth because I had
Oh
to
my
watch.
god, he was.
I had
Yes.
to watch that show in my American Sign Language class
Huh.
all the time, and it was bad.
It was
But
not
it wasn't.
good.
It honestly, there's elements of it that's better than his performance here. He's kind of bad. Like, he was good in the last movie, and like his obviously vocally, he's a very talented person.
Yeah.
But there's moments of acting in this one with him
Yeah. You're
where I'm like,
what?
what the fuck are we doing? And like, also, this isn't in a high school. There is no musical.
It's
High
about
School Musical too.
age children.
The best part of this movie is the beginning. The opening is the best part of this whole film.
No, I think Fabulous is the best part. I love that number.
I mean, you like
Fabulous
that
is
character.
pretty good.
You like that character, like, iconically. I think if you're a Sharpay fan, that's probably the number one moment, right? But if we're talking about like merit of film and like what they were trying to accomplish, the opening scene is so theatrical with the clock getting bigger and
Yeah.
the teacher and like getting
and
out of
they all
school.
start chanting "Summer."
Yeah,
Summer.
Like,
Which
that's
is
lethargic
intense.
and high school related and musical. It did a High School Musical moment.
Yeah.
It was about high school. It was about musicals, and it took it together as though the title would imply. That's why that song's good, and it's actually not good, but like the scene's good. Like I find that song really fucking and annoying, but like
Yeah.
it is. It's a little fucky. Like it. Like just like this is the first time they're showing off the two black characters singing together, and like
Right.
the short tremble they give them. It's like, okay, so now it's like a 3 couples thing. Like instead of 2, like the last movie, now I have to like accept that
Keep
there's
track of
3
more people.
musical couples, even though the other 2 don't do anything musically the whole time.
Right.
It's bad.
Wait, hold on. So Lucas Grabel isn't actually gay.
No, he's not.
I'm fucking.
I said that. That's why I
befuddled.
said the character Ryan is gay, because he so clearly is acting gay.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like, don't get me wrong, it's not to the point of being offended. I don't think anybody who's gay would be offended by this
No.
character.
No.
I think gays
But
love Ryan.
I think that he's representative, if anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in this movie, he's bad. It pretty much every single time he's asked to act in this film, it's terrible. Sharpay obviously is pretty good. I mean, there's like, I just want to get into some of these notes, dude. There's
She's
so much
definitely
wrong
the-
with this movie.
Sharpay's definitely Ashley Tisdale's definitely the best acting in this.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Besides Zac Efron.
Oh my
I
god.
think 90% of my fondness is my
Zac
childhood.
Efron is terrible in this movie, and I'll tell you why. The moment where he's creeping around the piano like a weirdo when they're singing that fucking song. Do you remember that when he's like, he's literally like doing like
so
a
weird.
It was fucking creepy. It was creepy as fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That I literally wrote down creeping around piano and I knew exactly what I meant.
God.
I said that in my notes, I said that he has Danny Zuko-esque line delivery.
Definitely.
And he does.
No, he definitely took
That's a good point.
this whole movie took things from Greece again. They were just like, well, they sang about the summertime. Let's have a whole fucking movie about it.
I just want to talk about Bet on It.
Well, we'll get there. I feel like
I
that's
know.
like a real crescendo. I do want to say they would do a lot of things with the songs in this movie they didn't do in the last movie, where the score in the first High School Musical is just, you know, like whatever. Where the score in this, the characters related to the songs coincide with each other. So when Sharpay's dad is landing, a militarized version of Fabulous, the score is playing from the song.
That's amazing.
And they do that throughout the whole film. And that's like the one thing where I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm glad they did that. There's not really much else I like
Bridget
about
said
it.
that when she was a kid watching this movie, she didn't realize that Sharpay and Ryan's parents owned the country club.
How do you think all this worked then?
I
They
just thought that
really
they were
liked
like
them.
really, really rich.
I
They
mean,
are.
They were.
That's still
How they
true.
owned it.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought they were just like really exclusive members of the club. But
So
then,
they get to dictate the staff because they're members of this club?
yeah, that's how I thought it worked.
They just,
We were poor. I didn't know how rich people were.
fair enough. Fair enough. Me too.
Valid.
Like, no, I'm not gonna say that. Proceed.
Okay.
He lands his private jet on the golf course though. Like, what? How do you think that
Yeah.
they're cool with that?
Yeah, I thought they were just like an exclusive
No.
member.
Or was it a helicopter? Was it a jet? Or I think it was a
I think
helicopter.
it was a
Helicopter.
helicopter.
Like nearly
I don't know how
slicing
a
off
jet
chicken
would
cordon
work.
blue's head and shit.
Oh my God. I remember I was so hyped for this movie coming out. I threw a party for High School
That's
Musical coming
amazing.
out in my basement.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
And my birthday party that year was High School Musical themed because it was like my birthday's like right before summer starts.
That's
It's in
amazing.
May.
I love
Nice.
that.
Oh yeah, I was into this shit. I also like spent my entire summers at a swim club, very
That's
like
the second
similar
time.
aesthetically to this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote
I
down.
definitely just felt like Sharpay all year.
I wrote down that there is. I actually am gonna contradict myself. There is a sports scene in this one, and it is the baseball
Oh,
scene.
right. That's true.
But they only did that to have a random sports thing in it. I wrote, and then I also wrote, "Don't Dance" is a predatory gay song.
A little.
You're not
Come
wrong.
on, you can fuck me. That's what the song is basically. You can
Yeah.
do it like me.
The
We can fuck each other.
choreography even feels gay in it.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like predatory gay the musical.
And then when they
We-
come back and they're wearing each other's clothes.
Oh my God! And when they
Right.
like get up in each
And
other's
there's-
faces about it at the end.
Right.
There's definitely like a clear pitcher and a clear catcher here too.
I
As
remember
Madison said, I just worried she wasn't going to say it.
there's a moment when Sharpay was trying to fuck Troy, and he goes, "Whoa, hold on, pause on that for a moment."
right.
Or wait, what was exact? It was "Whoa, time out on that one." Was what he said.
That's hilarious.
Whoa, time out on that one. I don't think I'm gonna do that. What a ridiculous fucking movie this was. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hate
it's
hate
so
all the friends
fucking
in
long.
this. I hate everyone but Troy in
So
this somehow.
long.
It's so long. It's 2 hours. It's 2 hours of this.
I feel like
They're
they
such
could.
bad employees. They should all be fired.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one song when they're working.
Oh yeah, that's so bad.
And
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst thing I've ever heard in my whole life. That's the worst
Gotta
song in the whole
work.
movie.
I'm not going to go
Yeah.
any-
Like,
And it's
why-
about capitalism. Like, conform, kids. We'll work.
But also,
Right.
like, why does Troy have to apologize to them for getting them these jobs?
Because
Like,
And
they're
then
fucking
also-
rich, petty little bastards.
Right. But also, no.
Also, there's no situation where what did they do? Fire the original? Is Troy responsible for a group of people losing their jobs because they just
Right.
fired all these people to hire all these kids? It's like
Right.
Troy
Oh,
put people on the
probably.
street. Troy people put people on the street, dude.
well, to be fair, it wasn't Troy initially.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, fine. Sharpay put people on the street.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
just so she could try to fuck somebody else's boyfriend.
Yeah, like that
I
part of
mean-
it is like that's why, like, you know, she's not totally innocent
Yeah.
But then the thing they do at the end is really fucked up. Where like they all agree, all right, I'll let your friends perform if you perform with me. And he's like, all right, cool. And then they just don't perform with her. They like go up without her. I'm like, that's really fucked up. And her brother did it to her.
It is fucked up.
Yeah. He was like, no.
For all of what she did, like she was very passionate about this thing.
Like that was really fucking horrible. Like, and
Yeah.
they should feel bad. Like they should feel bad for taking that from her.
Yeah. And like she shouldn't have like done that to Troy and shit, but like
at the same time, she did turn around and apologize and be like, "You're a better person than me."
Yeah.
And then they fucked her again.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what the fuck?
It is fucked
I just
up.
want to take this girl and be like, "You're valid, dude. You want do you want a
Right.
sandwich? Are you okay? You want to be friends?"
yeah, it's just crazy. It's
I'll
not right.
literally watch the things. I'll watch your dumb performances. Like you need a friend.
Yeah.
Perform in my living room,
fucked
Sharpay.
up.
It's okay. It's so sad. It literally is so sad.
Yeah, I feel like they just keep her around to make fun of her.
They literally bully
And
her.
it's really
Yeah.
sad. She's like so talented.
I really liked the Everyday song. I think that Keep the Faith line is like amazing.
Yeah.
I really do like that song. I think it's a good song. And I also wish the movie would have actually ended when they were doing those lanterns. But no, they got to come back for that from Justin to Kelly style fucking musical number at the end.
Yes.
That nobody, I don't care what you say, nobody remembered that song till we rewatched this. You
No.
never
Yeah,
think
no.
about that
No,
ending song
right,
ever.
you're right.
Because it sucks.
I didn't remember the
It's
song.
so bad. And it's 5 fucking minutes
Yeah.
of them dancing around a pool and little Zac Efron being a twink with his little capris on because he's too short to wear normal length pants, and the capris make him look taller even though he's the same height as Gabriella. This movie's ass.
I didn't remember the song from the scene, but I remember the scene because of the Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, the Miley
Oh
cameo.
yeah, that's right.
I didn't even
And-
see her. I watched the whole scene and did
Yep.
not notice her.
And we were talking about this, Madison. Don't you remember this being advertised as like Miley Cyrus being in?
Yeah,
High School
like
Musical
it was
too?
kind of like
What a
she
bunch
was
of
supposed to be in
fuckers.
it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like she just had a cameo moment.
Yeah. Not even a line, just a little shake.
Also, like, Troy should dump Gabriella's temperamental ass and never talk to her again.
Right.
Just, I gotta
Probably.
go, like, that was fucked up. You're breaking up with me because I got you a job?
Right.
Is that real? Is
And
that
then,
really what's
like-
happening?
Like, it's so fucked up that all of Troy's friends are mad because he's getting opportunities. Like,
Right.
even if, like, you felt like he came by them unfairly, how can you take that away from him, though?
Yeah, you gotta, like, it's
Yeah.
what about an all for one and shit? The summer's
Right.
just begun, whatever the fuck the lyrics are.
Because, like,
If one person has the chance to succeed, you fucking just back them up.
because Troy didn't
Yeah.
pursue it, he was just asked.
Right, and it wasn't like he was like backstabbing them in order to get these
And then-
opportunities at
Then
all.
he had to
Like,
give up his promotion just to make his friends
Right.
happy. Like, fuck you. If I get promoted, I'm doing that goddamn job and I'm making money, bitch.
Right.
That's so fucked
Right.
up.
And it's like, you should be happy for your friend.
$500
be.
a week in high school is like, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Plus tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, sorry, kids. I'm gonna take this new job. Have fun this summer. I'll see you guys at lunch. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's not that fucking hard. They literally
Right.
abused like his friendship. They were like, you know what? You can have good stuff in your life because I have shitty stuff
yeah,
in my
no,
life.
He
They
has
were
like that
mad.
shitty car and like clearly like wants to.
He actually
save money
bought
and
that
shit.
car. That was like his new
Yeah.
car, right?
Yeah.
That's his new car, the fucking shitty car we see in
Right.
3.
But
It's like
if
his
he
new
would have
car.
gotten to keep the good job, he could have bought a nice car.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's just fucked up. Like, they get to their job and they're mad when they have to do work. It's like, bro, he got you a job.
Yeah, and like, oh, he's missing events that you guys are having. Well, guess what? Like, he has to work this summer.
Yeah, life
because
happens.
because he has college to worry about and he's getting all these opportunities. Sorry, you can't have a fun summer. There will be fun summers in the future, y'all.
Right.
You can make them. You can manufacture
Also,
them.
like, I worked when I was in high school. I had plenty of fun summers.
Yeah, like
I just did it when I wasn't
this is all
working.
over the course of like what 2 weeks? It feels like
Right.
not even like
right.
Like, am I like how long is this event? It feels like 3 days. I know it's
Right.
longer than that, but it does not feel that long.
It feels like 3 days
the
for
song
sure.
at the end, they're still talking about how this summer has just begun. So it is the beginning of summer.
So-
It's
so
like
we're
the first
talking, like,
couple weeks.
after-
Like they're about the
Week or
time
two.
of the year that we're at right now.
So they've probably been working
That's
there for like a
insane.
week,
Yeah.
right? They've been working there for a week, and he's like, "Oh, you're missing everything this summer." And it's like, it's been a week, you big fucking loser. Like, let me go do my job.
right.
Let me come back later.
Right.
Fuck, it's so
Bad
annoying.
friends, bad employees.
This movie's
too.
bad. Like it's inherently a problem. It's like sick. It's got a virus of bad movieism like
That's why I
attached
don't.
to
That's
it.
why I don't try to get people jobs because they always end up reflecting poorly on you, no
Yep.
matter what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
A lesson that Franny could learn.
Bridget too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could learn that, but it's
It
okay.
never works out.
Never goes well. Never.
Yeah,
No.
and you know, like, I'm sorry, but like, if you just because you bake doesn't mean you instantly become a chef at a country club. Like, you get paid
Right.
so much
Why
money.
are they all staffing the kitchen? Like,
And why is he the
none of
cook,
them-
but the fat breakdancer chick? And I call her that because that's how people refer to her in these movies. Not
Right.
necessarily, but that's her archetype. She's large and in charge. She is the baker, but she
Yeah.
doesn't bake. He bakes.
right.
Why is he a chef? He should bake.
Right. Like, can't she
Flawed.
teach a dance class or like
She
water
said,
aerobics?
she
or some
said,
shit?
"Oh, I guess I'm
Right.
gonna have to babysit. You don't want to put her in charge of the daycare or like put her at the day. You want to put her in the kitchen baking when there's a fucking perfectly good baker in the back making like scampi and shit, shrimp scampi. You should be baking.
Right. Also,
Flawed.
what kitchen is filled with high schoolers?
What high schooler has a fucking 5 o'clock shadow and is trying to date the introverted lesbian chick?
Right.
Bro, he
Yeah.
looks 400 years old.
Hey, Ryan.
No, not Ryan, the other guy, the guy with the black hair on the basketball team.
Yeah.
He's in like the song and he's like bitching as well as everybody else.
Yeah.
He's legitimately in HD. You can see how old this fucker's pores are.
Crazy.
He looks like he's done meth.
Oh God.
It's wild.
Should we talk about the breakup song? Because I feel like that's kind of like a.
Yeah, I mean, Gotta Go My Own
Yeah.
Way is so iconic.
I feel like
about us?
that's the most iconic one, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What about us?
I definitely
What
listened to
about
this when I was
it?
like feeling moody in my
Right.
headphones. as
She
a
screamed,
preteen.
singed it the whole time we were watching the movie.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
love that
hated it.
so
Absolutely.
much.
This song you can only scream sing.
Yeah, I definitely did that with Fabulous. That was
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's the best
Yeah.
song in
This song is gut wrenching. This song is a 10 out of 10.
I know
It's not good.
it is.
And
Like,
It's
we
the
all felt
exact
that
same
way,
as
you know?
the
It's
last
literally-
breakup
Yes.
song.
Also, did she quit her job over this?
Yeah,
like,
she's-
calm
Logan,
down.
She's got to go her own way, all right? Troy is too busy getting opportunities and working a job to pay attention
But I
to
think
her.
she gets it back at the end, doesn't she?
Yeah.
That's so dumb that she quit
Yeah.
her job over it. Imagine being so distraught about your
mom's-
boyfriend being busy, you quit your job.
Her mom's
Right.
picking her up. She's got to go. She's got to go her
She
own way.
is- after all that intensity on the bridge and they're like singing each other's souls out to each other, it's like, all right, my mom's in that Camry over there. I gotta go.
Go my own way.
I gotta go her way. She's stopping at the store on the way home. I'm gonna get some Reese's cups. You could always run out. All right, so that's all we have to say about that. I mean, I thought you guys would have more to say about it, honestly, but I guess it's just it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
yeah.
This
I mean,
film, I'd like all of them, is a masterpiece.
All right, but there is one
I
song
cannot-
that we have to talk about now. Then, but go ahead.
I was
Oh.
going to talk about Bet on It.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, bet on it.
oh my God. Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
I cannot let the moment pass without mentioning Trisha Paytas' Bet on It.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
I'm obsessed
It's-
with it.
Everybody, go look it up.
When I was in high school and we were going to the gym and stuff, a friend of mine was like, "You should use this as like your get pump song," and he said it ironically, but then I did. Like this was legitimate.
It's a hype song.
It's
It
pretty
really
hype.
is.
But yeah, I'm obsessed with Trisha's version of it. I cannot.
Well, the other thing about the Trisha version versus the regular one is you can see Zac Efron on beta blockers as a result. Like you can
Oh my
see
God, yes.
Oh, yeah.
that
Right.
he's on drugs during this
Yeah,
performance.
absolutely.
I mean, he did like he did like somersaults and shit. Like what is happening?
Like, I feel like this is like an angry on drugs version. Like, they probably did like a whole day of shooting it and it was just not hitting. Then the next day he just fucking went hard.
Right.
And got it done in one fucking shot. He was just pissed and
Yeah,
ready to
Bet
go.
on It is so good.
I feel like you just feel it.
Me and Roger were listening to Bet on It in the car.
It was great.
That song is such a hype up moment.
It
It's
is that
crazy.
song. That
it's
song's
not. I mean,
everything.
like it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense sometimes, but it is kind of great.
Yeah.
so
I
good.
mean, it's definitely just doing it, like singing it to sing it. It just feels so good.
It feels like when like little kids make up songs and they like get super into it. That's
Yeah.
how it feels like. Troy was just in a field and he's like, "I'm not gonna stop," and he just started going.
He wasn't gonna stop.
That's who I am. That is my plan.
Will I end up on top?
It feels like he's like doing some sort of like diction thing going on. Like he's teaching somebody how to speak English. That is my plan. We'll end up on top again.
Yeah, pretty
Bet
much.
on it.
It's so
Like
good.
what do they call that? Not phonetics, but is it phonetics?
Enunciation?
There's like another word for it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If you've
I
ever
should
seen My
know,
Fair Lady,
but-
a real musical, the guy teaches a Cockney lady how to speak, and
Moses
it
supposes.
the rain in Spain stays mainly
In the plane.
in the plane.
But yeah, I just have to talk about like the Trisha Paytas version. I do think about it every day.
She's
It is
circling
a-
back.
It is a labor of love. You can tell how much Trisha Paytas cares about this. They're amazing.
I just love how
I
slowly
remember when I
she
showed it to you
moves.
guys. I showed it to all three of you, I think, and I was like, guys, you have to watch this video. It's so
I
fucking
was like,
nuts.
this is not real. This is not real.
It's just she can't go quite as hard as Zach either. So it's
But it's so earnest.
It's a
It doesn't
tame.
even matter.
It's a tame, earnest version. You're right.
I love it.
She gives it all that she has.
Yeah.
like, I love that she just does that. She just like redoes songs from musicals and shit.
And it's not like you guys were like you grew up with it. Like she wasn't a child, so she was just
Right.
obsessed
Right.
with this like as an
She's
adult.
like exactly 10 years older than
Yeah.
me.
So what? She's like 22, and she's like end up on top and better. Like that's what she's
Yeah.
doing in her free
Yeah,
time.
she's watching Disney Channel original movies.
Yeah, that's
And
depression,
fair
all
enough.
right. Watching Disney Channel original movies in your 20s. Now that's depression. Now that's what
Yeah.
I call depression.
Yeah.
45.
45.
45, you know, that's what I call music. Yeah, this one's a fucking 4 out of 10 for me.
I'd say 5.5 out of 10 for
It
me.
is, it has so many problems script wise that it's actually frustrating to watch. Like the people, the characters, their wants and needs and aspirations don't make any sense. Like they're working against themselves.
I
would
give
have.
it. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I would have rated it higher, I think, before this conversation, but I'm like, yeah, it is really fucky, isn't it?
It's so fucky. It's so wrong. It also tells people don't try things. Just
right.
it really is the opposite message. Stick to the status quo. Be a loser like the rest of your friends. Don't try anything.
Right.
Right.
It's the opposite.
I'm gonna give this movie a 10 out of 10. Anyways, continue.
I would give it like a 7 out of 10. This one is my nostalgia factor. I like this one better than the first one. I just think it's better. I just like have such a fondness for it, and I think the music in this one is better.
What's better about it? Is it just the music?
That's a big part of it. And then
'Cause
again, it's just my nostalgia about it too.
I really think like the drop in direction. I'm not trying to like dispute your idea here. I'm just saying the drop in direction versus like how inspired the first one was against the second one is so drastic. It feels like Kenny Ortega shot 2 hours worth of music videos in like at a country club.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't.
It's not a
I don't
movie.
disagree with you. This one just like it has a special place in my heart for whatever reason. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna pause and come back with High School Musical 3, the bad one.
Okay,
Hello.
We're back.
Hi.
this movie's crazy.
Okay.
Like
It's so
Troy
intense.
looks so like Zac Efron looks so on drugs in this movie. It's unreal.
And
His
old.
eyes,
Old.
his
Yeah.
pupils are like pinpoints.
The entire
So,
movie.
so I just want to say this is the only High School Musical movie with the Walt Disney Castle at the beginning of the film because this is the only theatrical release
I saw this movie
Yeah.
in
High
theaters.
School Musical movie.
I saw it with my mom and my sister in theaters.
This
and that was
is
the only time I ever
worst
saw it.
one. This is the worst one. Like by far.
I agree.
It's so fucking boring,
Yeah,
and
bad.
it's shot so much worse because now it's shot like it's a Fast and Furious movie. Like it's
Right.
not it's not shot with like that campy like low res like choreographed
Yeah.
movements.
Right.
It is
Like a
it
real
is a
movie.
bastardization of what the first movie is.
It really
upsetting.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this. I've seen this movie twice. Once when I saw it in theaters, and then again when I watched it to do this podcast.
we
It's
barely
not
got
good.
through it. We barely.
It's so funny.
I
like,
think we paused a couple times too. I don't think we all watched
Yeah.
it all in one sitting. It's
We
not
were
very
also
good.
in The Matrix. And I was
We
just
were
like,
in High
what is
School Musical.
happening
I mean,
at
not,
any point in
not
time?
one memorable song.
it's so funny that this is
yeah,
I
this
want
one.
it all.
Except-
want it all.
Except for The Boys Are Back, which is a
Yeah.
total meme and horrifying.
Yeah.
This movie's a fucking horror movie. The moment where we're like all super in Minecraft and on the screen they both just turned into
These
little children.
boys,
Yeah, I
didn't
was like,
it.
This one,
and
I
Madison was
remember.
just like, oh, I forgot that happened. And I was
Also, like you
couldn't
guys
warn
are
a
rich
bitch?
kids. You expect me to believe you
No.
used to play at the junkyard? Get the
Right.
fuck out of my
Right.
face.
Also, why would children be allowed to play at the junkyard?
Definitely not.
I'm not gonna
Did
lie
you
to you.
play
There's
at a
probably a
junkyard?
couple of people in this neighborhood who play at junkyards.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still.
they do play under the trailers. So
Fair.
That would be so scary
this
to me.
movie I remember the least.
Yeah,
From
same.
childhood. I think I went over to like a friend's house and watched it or something like when it came out or like went to the movie. I don't even remember seeing it in cinemas, but I'm sure I fucking did. Yeah, I don't know. This movie just didn't stick out to me.
The 3 new cast
Yeah.
members they were trying to like have be the new kids.
I
Right.
didn't remember. Okay, I think I like got rid of that info out of my brain
And they just
I
like, didn't do
forgot.
it. They never
Yeah.
did it.
I forgot that they were like in this movie at all. I still didn't remember them like upon rewatch.
I just want to say that they're the most annoying characters to ever grace
Absolutely.
this. I mean, like, so we have small black child. He's
Yes.
small and he's black and he's a child, and that's his character role. We have insert foreign upper crust woman here.
Also, like, speaking of
And then we
bullying
have
Sharpay,
the dude that gave me my first gravity bong with a Gatorade bottle. Those are the three people in this film. One of them is my friend Sean. What's up, Sean?
But
That's
yeah,
you.
like
Sorry.
the fucking Sharpay's assistant arc. Like, why is everyone so mean to her?
know.
Right.
Jesus.
Like, she's got talent. Leave her alone. Leave Sharpay alone.
Also, like, the only way we're going to get these characters involved is by having one dude, Rocket Man, gay, being in the movie. Like, I mean, that just
Right.
seems, I'm not going to get into it, but him,
yeah,
like,
that is all
pretending
gay.
not to be into, like, the musical and stuff, and then, like, what the fuck was any of that? That was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even worse than that is to try to make me believe that Sharpay needs an assistant that is a student.
Right. For what?
this
Right.
movie
What?
is the most fever dream like.
Also,
all.
you're writing a
Absolutely.
high school. Okay, not everybody in the fucking musical's graduating. There's 4 fucking grades in this goddamn
I
school.
know.
Right.
So we're doing a musical about how everybody's graduating when like 90% of the people who are working on this, the stage crew, everybody else, they're painting, they're working fucking a million hours a day, while Zac Efron's off driving to fucking, what was it, Harvard, Stanford, whatever.
Yeah, Stanford.
A
Right.
million fucking
Like-
miles away. And all these kids worked all summer to make their fucking high school seniors have a good musical about themselves.
And,
Like,
I
oh
don't
my
think this
fucking
musical
god.
ever has a script at any point. Like,
doesn't feel like
And then like the prom, like
Yeah.
what was that? What was that whole sequence?
Yeah.
this movie just feels different than the rest because it interchanges from what's happening like currently and like the musical. So I guess this is the only one you see the actual musical that they're putting on.
But you
Also,
don't
the
because
way-
it's practice.
oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you see like the dress rehearsals.
the way the time passes in this movie is insane.
It really is.
It doesn't make any sense. This movie felt psychedelic somehow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Also, like,
sequential.
Every other one of the movies, right? Like, because the basketball season's something that happened in like the middle or earlier part of the year, right?
Right.
So-
presumably.
So, High School Musical 1, span of like 3 weeks, right? High School Musical 2, maybe a week. High School Musical 3, the entire
Senior
final
year.
senior year.
Right.
How is it that you have so much time to have interesting things happen and your pacing is the most boring in the movie where you're covering almost a year's worth of time? There's nothing interesting you can show me in a whole fucking year, but you can make the week at a fucking golf course the craziest week ever.
Right.
Where's the inspiration? Where's any fun? Where's literally any
It's
fun in this
gone.
movie? It's
There's
absent.
none.
Yeah, this movie doesn't make any sense. It like
I never
this
saw
movie
it
doesn't
as a
quite
kid.
understand how college works, I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh my god! At the end when he's like, "And I'm going to Berkeley," it's like, no, you're not.
Like, bro, did you even apply for
Did
Berkeley?
you even apply? You know how hard it is to get into Berkeley? If I fucking couldn't get into Berkeley, why do you think Mr. Basketball Boy who doesn't study and sings with his girlfriend
Wait, did
24/7?
you apply for Berkeley? You didn't get in?
No, I didn't.
And,
apply
Oh,
for it.
okay.
No,
I was
no.
like-
What happened was there was like a writers program in like my original junior year, as they
Oh,
call
okay.
it, and like it was like Berkeley was looking at people, and I wasn't one of the people.
and like Juilliard
Oh,
wants
damn.
him. Like
Fuck
okay,
'em. And it was
Why
I was
did-
looked at for it, but the musical theater thing of it's true though, because I was looked at it because of the
that,
musical
yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
so.
that's cool.
But my grades at the time were really bad because of that ADHD. So, but
I feel it.
also like there's no musical theater program at Juilliard. So why is Ryan going?
Right.
Wait, there's no choreography program?
There's no musical
No,
theater program at
it's all,
Juilliard.
like-
It's all acting and separately music, and they don't combine.
so
So,
Right.
why are him and Kelsey go? Actually, Kelsey makes sense.
Because Kelsey's
Yeah.
like a piano.
She's a
prodigy
piano player.
type.
That makes sense. Ryan going to Juilliard is basically like, what is he going to do? Do runs all day? Like, what the fuck is he doing there?
Right.
Right.
And then, yeah, like, why does Juilliard want Troy?
Well, because he's like he's got like the whole thing where he's like the captain of the basketball team, most popular kid, also musical theater
Yeah,
kid.
but like he sings, but
He-
that's like, isn't Juilliard for like very like classically trained musicians?
No,
and actors?
no, not
Like,
necessarily. Because the whole thing with Juilliard is like preparing for like a public performance essentially, and you know if he was like Juilliard's for acting a lot too, they were probably looking at him for acting because it's hard to get lead men who aren't twinks. And so this
Yeah.
guy is apparently a hulky, boyish boy. Like it's the same way where like if you're doing plays in high school. Listen, I I'm not gonna like pat around the bush about it. I was probably the only good actor male actor in my entire high school productions.
Yeah.
But tons of dudes got parts because they need parts to fill.
Right.
And if you're bad, it doesn't matter. But the girls, it was stiff competition because women are very
right.
interested in musical theater. So that's the same thing. If they see a hunky dude who plays basketball and does musicals and can sing, they're like, well, let's have him because it's getting a little Twinkie town around here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I love us applying logic to this movie.
But that is why,
Yeah.
like, you'll see that for real happen in the real world. Like, I know this guy, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but he in his senior year of high school, I had him do my acting class, and then he did a play, and he's on Broadway right now.
That's great.
Wow.
And,
Holy shit.
and that's solely because he got into a good school because he was in the high school play and he was a football player. So, and that's cool because he's an awesome dude and I love him to death. He's great. He thanked me in his little thing. So that's really awesome. But like, that's the truth of the matter is like, if you want to be in musical theater and you're a man, your talents need to be a lot less than that of a woman. And it's sexist in my opinion, but that's
Yeah.
just the way it rolls.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy though? How fucking Sharpay didn't get into Juilliard, and so she
That's
went.
so fucked up.
I know,
But
it's
then after
upsetting.
that, she went to like the University of New Mexico. Like it was fucking Juilliard or bust. Like there aren't other great music schools.
Not only
Yeah.
that, but like they're
Right.
trying to make it like she didn't get in.
because
But,
she's mean.
but they let an extra person in, and it was Ryan, who, like, the whole movie is gaslighting a chick when he's fucking gay.
Right.
That's the
Right.
plot
Yeah.
of the film. He's pretending to be straight with a chick
right.
in order to get her to write him good songs
It's
for the
fucked up.
musical so he could go to college.
And is he just
Right.
going for dancing?
And it worked.
right.
Well, I mean, the assumption is that High School Musical has never been to a Juilliard, and they have no idea that there's not a musical theater program because
Yeah.
they're morons.
Yeah.
Like
So-
they could do like 5 seconds of Googling.
Yeah, I mean,
Find
there's
that
there's
out,
plenty of
but-
performing arts schools out there.
That
What?
yeah. So
like,
like
is there
why
a
for
big like New York
Sharpay?
one? Like
There's a bigger New York one, yeah.
But then, so then like why for Sharpay was it fucking Juilliard or nothing?
Because I guess that's the form
And
of the
she's
character.
gonna hang around and
And
help with the school plays. Like
Might
what
I
are you
also
talking
add,
about?
there is
we
never
had
a
somebody
universe.
that did that in like our art club, and it was just weird and
Yeah.
lonely.
If you're going to Juilliard or you're going to like a conservatory of music school, you apply your freshman year of high school and they watch you. Okay, you don't get pamphlets in drama class about how,
Right.
hey, Juilliard was looking at you, Mr. Zac.
And fucking Troy's teacher actually applied for him.
And also,
Right.
like that's cool. I like the fact that, like, I like that teacher character a lot, actually. Miss Darbus is very comical and realistic, and I'm sure kids
Yeah.
hated her when they watched the movies.
But, like,
But as an
she is
adult,
funny.
I appreciate the fuck out of that character.
Right.
Because she's thoughtful, and she's interesting, and she
And she, like-
represents the arts effectively because, like, when she had bouts with the basketball coach
Yeah,
in
she like
previous
speaks
movies,
up for the arts.
but she does it in a way where she doesn't demean other things. Like,
Yeah.
she said, like, basketball or whatever, but when she's talking about the students, she's like, well, you don't realize that your student's really talented and wants to do
Right.
music. And it's
Yeah.
okay for them to do both. So I liked that teacher, and I thought that was cool. That was the only part that I liked where you found out that she did it.
Yeah.
But it's still not believable or real.
Right.
Yeah.
And also the fact that, like, the assumption is that, I love this, it's so twink leveled, that Zac Efron's character Troy likes musical theater more than Gabriella. Like, Gabriella's like, I'm
Yeah.
okay with musical theater, and Troy's like, I think I want to, like, do this. And she's like, oh.
Right, because Gabriella went for like law school of all things.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, she's like not as into it as him. Like, she's like,
Yeah.
I do this for fun, but like, this is like really what you want to do with your life. He's like, yeah, totally. I did
Yeah.
it originally to fuck you, but now it's my only inspiration.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And basketball.
Also, something weird about these movies in general is like they make so much of a deal about like Troy having to like get a scholarship to college when they live in
Right.
this big ass fucking mansion
Right.
in fucking New
No.
Mexico. It's beautiful.
It's house porn, dude. It's insane.
I mean,
but
it,
they're like, we're poor, but like,
and
No.
okay, can we talk about Gabriella yet again? Her temperamental fucking cunt
Yes.
attitude. I'm not kidding. Dump this woman, Troy. Dump her. She
Right.
sucks. She's the
She's
goddamn
not
worst.
supportive.
I'm breaking up with you because you said that I should take this opportunity that could totally change my life.
right.
Because if you get into Stanford early, you go because that's going to be a part of what, like, when they're looking at people.
Right.
Okay, who should we give this grant to? Oh, this person joined early. right off the top, you have like an extra buff than everybody else.
Right.
Yeah,
You
you don't
need
want
to
to be
go.
the person that denied going early.
Well, that's just it.
No,
It
I
wouldn't-
want to hang around my high school.
You wouldn't be known as the person who
Yeah.
denied it. People would just assume you weren't offered it.
Right.
Right.
Like,
So
I
you
can-
need to take the opportunities as they come when they're that serious. And the whole argument
Right.
is like, since he convinced her to go, which Sharpay's so evil for convincing Troy to do that, which it seems like, honestly, she may have had ulterior motives, but that's a best friend move. Like, go to fucking Stanford, you
Yeah.
moron.
Right.
And then she's mad at him and dumps him over it. Like, shut the
Right.
fuck up, Gabriella.
Okay, this is true. So, like, when I was in high school, I was dating someone at, like, you know, at the end of my high school career, when we were both going to college. And I chose to go to a college close to where I lived so that I didn't have to, like, pay to live on campus and shit. And she went, like, 2 hours away. And then she broke up with me because, like, she didn't like doing the distance and it, like, made her depressed or whatever, is what she said. I don't know how true that was, but that's the excuse she gave.
She
but it's
had
like,
to
bro,
go
you
her own
left.
way.
I mean, we all know she was on that MD shit, bro. She
I
was
was like-
straight muff diving behind your back, bro, at college.
But yeah, I mean,
Just
I
being
was-
real.
Yeah.
That's
But-
fucked up, man.
It is, but I mean, like, I was the one who, like, encouraged her to go, and she's like, you know, it's just, I'm really struggling here, and, like, I feel torn between, like, two places, and I just gotta, like, do this, and I'm like, okay,
I
whatever.
gotta go my own
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And you were like, what about us?
What
Yeah,
about everything we've been through?
She's like,
What about trust?
You know, I kind of wanted to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, and like 2 hours also isn't that long. Like if we think about how long his drive was to Stanford, like that's crazy.
Right.
Right.
Like it would be understandable if they broke up, but it's the tone and cadence and the way it happened. She literally goes, "I'm not coming back to prom." Like finish, like go back to prom. You can hold on for a couple of months if you guys really think you're gonna not make it. Go to prom, go to graduation.
Yeah,
Like
be with your friends.
he in a sense he kind of deserves it because he's the one who said and pushed you to go do this. You as a person and the other person in the relationship should be like, well, I'm not going to ruin his senior year.
Yeah, and I mean,
If your plan was always to dump him, just wait till the school
and it's
year's
also
done.
Right.
like it's just happened. Like you're still getting adjusted. Like don't
Yeah.
make this rash decision.
Right.
And also, like, fuck, she has other friends. Like, she's just like, fuck all my friends.
Yeah, like
'Cause
she
I
don't
don't
want to
wanna
go
go
to
see
prom to
Troy.
like be with her friends or like graduate with her class and shit.
My favorite moment was when with the one chick said there will be other crushes.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, these two have
got
been
her.
together for
wanna
actual years.
If you want to talk lesbian energy in this movie, it's her.
fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, this movie's pretty bad.
Yeah, this one's definitely the worst. It makes no sense. The musical numbers suck.
There's not one memorable song from this
and
movie.
also, like,
They repeat. They repeat songs too in this one, which they don't do. In
they
the
do.
others,
They
really.
repeat the fuck out of them, and like
yeah, it's really annoying.
And like, I just don't buy the characters anymore as high schoolers. They all look so old.
Right.
And then the worst
So
part is they get
old.
realistically looking high school characters to
Yeah,
join.
no, that's insane.
Like
They
that
look
little
like
guy is a
literal
sophomore. That little guy,
babies.
and then I
Yeah.
realized, oh wait, that is how sophomores look sometimes. They
Yeah.
don't
Right.
look like they came out of a Calvin Klein ad.
Yeah, and then
Right.
fucking Zac Efron looks very high.
And Corbin Blue's got this big neck.
Yeah.
Like he has like a 30-year-old's neck. Chicken cordon bleu. He looks like a fucking grown
Crazy.
adult.
Ryan wears some gay boots in this too.
Yeah.
He wears like some knee-high
Yeah.
fucking black
amazing.
lace-up boots.
This
What was your
movie's
guys'
so
favorite
bad.
song from it?
Probably
Fuck
the
if-
the boys are back, but
Damn, really? That's your favorite one?
From this
Well-
one specifically? From 3?
yeah, that was from 3, I guess. It's just catchy. Maybe
I liked the basketball song in the beginning.
I don't
liked the
even
prom
remember that
dress
one.
Thought that one was kind
I
of
thought that was so fucking bad. I thought the one where it was like, "This is the last chance," blah, blah, blah. Like that was at
Oh
least
yeah,
catchy.
that,
Yeah,
that
was
was
good.
alright. That one was good.
The
I think
scene
that was
looked
better.
terrible. The
Yeah.
scene looked like they were trying to like shoot Stomp the Yard with a bunch
Yeah, it
of
was
white
bad.
kids.
Yeah.
But the music was okay. Every other song in this is like an F for me. Like a legit. Like I'm not trying to be dramatic. Everything is uninspired.
Yeah.
And then
Not very good.
what's the big end song? Oh, it's their graduation song. Is we're all in this together
No.
again? Like, do we really have to do that?
Right.
Every
and then
movie
they do a song about it being a high school musical.
they're so
Right.
self-referential. The
Yeah.
whole second movie, they're like, remember, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. And the one positive note I had while we were watching the movie in the third one, during it, I was like, I'm glad they're not referencing their fucking mega song again because I just
Yeah.
want to move on. And the movie ends like, what? Oh, I'm like, fuck me. Fuck me.
You know, for all this movie does wrong, though, it does have my favorite scene in all the High School Musicals that I'd literally like go on the internet and watch myself because it was the closest like the most sexual thing I'd ever seen at the time in my little like fucking Christian upbringing.
You were just like, oh my God.
The fucking rooftop scene.
That's
Can I have
crazy.
this dance scene? That scene is hot.
Spicy.
There are 2 different scenes in this movie where there's a musical number inside of a treehouse.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's move the fuck on. Let's chop it up here. I need 2 treehouse musical scenes. Cut one.
It's not that special that he has a treehouse.
It's not.
Lots of kids had tree houses.
And he was also definitely like,
And that was also cut in with another rooftop scene. So technically, there's 2 rooftop songs and 2 treehouse songs.
yeah.
And I just don't need it. Like, let's just get it out of there.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's just a lot.
Movie's bad.
Singing while elevated was like a big thing for this movie, huh?
Yeah, like being above, like being on top
Yes.
of things
Yeah.
is very interesting to
Yeah.
them. The part where they had the random guy go out there and fuck up the song with Sharpay was heartbreaking, and I thought it was fucked
why
up.
ruin
Yeah.
her moment?
And like
Like 4
everybody was like,
years.
"Yeah, woohoo!" And I'm like, "Fuck you
Like,
guys."
4 years
Yeah.
have been leading up to that. Like that was her peak moment, and it was.
And
ruined
she
for
gave
her.
up her other
Yeah.
song, and then she
Right.
had to share it with fucking, I don't know, dude, that Judy Bloom ass bit, that scary ass.
Right.
fucking- She made me uncomfortable.
Yeah, something about her was just
Yeah,
off.
something tells me like teen murder is something that she'll
Right.
consider.
like single white femaling her.
Yeah, it was
Bad.
upsetting, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, what else is there really to say? The movie's just really bad. I mean, let me check and see if I have any notes, but I was kind of disgusted the whole time, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think I even made any notes. It was just
Yeah.
too much.
I didn't watch this as a kid, and honestly, I understand why now. After rewatching this as an adult.
I think the first 2 are better than From Justin to Kelly, but I think this is like really
On
close.
par, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's really close, guys. It's
Agreed.
really close. There's a lot of dumb moments that don't like make a lot of sense, and a lot of character actions that are like even worse than before.
Yeah.
But to top it all off, not a single character is likable in this movie. Like what they like. Everybody does something so shitty.
Yeah, everybody is like behaving fucked up to each other.
It's really
Right.
fucked up and awful. Like Troy also is being fucked up in a lot of ways because he literally left all those kids in their musical fucking like he left them to rot, bro. He drove
He really did.
away, and then he came and still had his moment. Like fuck
Right,
him,
that's
he
such an
missed
asshole
it.
move.
Why does he get
Right.
to still have the moment? Fuck
Right.
him. Also, they just performed the same song again at the same scene.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
That's not how a musical works. Somebody just doesn't come out again and do like everybody. Well, maybe the Cats movie is kind of a bad option, but like people don't come back and just redo the song with different people. That's not how a
right. Like
musical
that's
works.
not right.
Right.
And the people at fucking Juilliard were in the audience. Like, why are we here for a
Yeah.
musical theater thing? I don't know.
Right,
Why
like,
do
what
they
the fuck
suck
is
so hard?
this?
Why is no one acting and everyone's singing and there's no acting parts? We're here to get actors. Goodbye.
Right.
Right.
It's odd.
Bad.
It's all an odd choice. Anybody have anything they want to say about it that we didn't already cover, or?
It just.
I don't know. I think I've said all I can say.
Yeah, this one is the least good. Least good.
Yeah.
On a pilot pod, we're going to be going over the show. So
Yes.
look out for that.
I'm excited.
The series.
the show, the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
I won't
The
say
NFT.
anything. Oh God.
But we
it could
really
be.
just made, we also just like, we're aware that it's summertime. We thought, what time is it? It's
Summertime.
summertime.
It's time
It's-
for celebration.
It's
Yeah.
not our vacation because we're adults now.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
It's a
sad.
little sad.
Yeah. You can definitely check out the A Pilot podcast video when it comes out. We'll say what day exactly, but it should be the next Monday after this. I don't know either. It should be soon. You can find us at youtube.com/A Pilot
We didn't
podcast.
rate the movie yet, but I just wanted to mention that real quickly. We haven't rated the
Yeah,
movie
but
yet.
you can find that. I totally forgot to rate this movie because I don't like this. The other ones are 10 out of 10s, but this one's like a 5.
This is a 2 out of 10, man.
This is a
Legit 2 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Yeah.
I also give it a 3 out of 10. That's how I feel.
I feel like I was the lowest across the board, but you guys were the closest to my opinion on this one.
Yeah.
This one is legitimately like skip it. You don't if
Yeah,
you
you
were
shouldn't
too
watch
old
it.
by the point this one came out and you never saw it, just keep your 2 original ones and just live with those.
Right. Yes.
Oh, and also I didn't ever comment. Zac Efron is a really good singer and dancer, and it really kind of confuses me that like he didn't go for like the musical stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's weird is he's my favorite performer in these last 2 movies. But I like the first movie better, and he wasn't the one singing. I just thought that was kind of weird. I just like, it's like they couldn't get the formula down. Like, do a good one with him in it, and it probably would have elevated it a little bit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else we got to plug?
Bad. It's a bad movie. I don't like it.
No good.
I'm ready to move on with my life and
Me
never
too.
think about this again.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of this hot ass room.
Yeah, it gets toasty in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. We will talk to you soon. We love you. Thanks for listening.
I hope you enjoyed our High School Musical romp.
You can email us your suggestions, crosscutcinema@gmail.com.
No,
I forgot
crosscutcinemapod
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. I forgot how email format works. It's so hot in this room.
We'll put the
Bet
links.
on it.
Guys, you can bet on it.
Bet on it.